Hey everyone, Shaedow here, and welcome to another Marvel Contest of Champions video. So in this video we're going to be going through the Chill Challenge. I ran through this 18 times. Don't worry, I'm not going to make you sit through all 18 of them. But what we're going to do is we're going to talk a little bit about what you're going to encounter in here. Then I'm going to show you the boss fights. Some of them didn't go so well. I got absolutely wrecked one time by this Nightcrawler. It was ugly. You'll enjoy it. But at the end, I will give a summary of my total rewards. Alright, so what you're going to be dealing with here, as you can see on the left, these are the bosses that I encountered in 18 runs. I don't know if there's any others, but these are the ones that I encountered. I encountered Cable, Nightcrawler, Yondu, Killmonger, the Hood, Red Skull, and Rhino. Now there is an ambush. The ambush was always Vulture. So again, I don't know if that changes, but Vulture, I got every time I got an ambush during these 18 runs, it was Vulture. Now, the boosts that you're going to have to deal with here. Stun immunity. That's going to be a pain if you do not know how to fight stun immune. Okay? They're immune to stun. Don't bother. Bitter cold. That is a constant damage throughout the fight, and it ramps up. So it gets worse the longer the fight lasts. And from what I observed, willpower was not triggering. So you're just taking this damage. You want to end the fight as quickly as possible. So bring in some good damage dealers. No, Corvus is not immune to this cold, and I'm not quite sure if there is anyone that is immune. I haven't checked with Panda Man Pete whether Ghost is or not, but none of my champions were. Now here is a boost that actually helps us out. Highly flammable. Incinerate damage is going to do 200% more damage than it normally does. So Hyperion, who I'm bringing in here, is an MVP, but he is not the only one. Now, I would recommend, if you have a Hyperion, bring him, but also bring a bleed immune in case you have to deal with this stun immune Yondu, who can be quite tough. Now, you have 5 paths to choose from, and they range in difficulty. A being the easiest, E being the hardest, that's epic. That's the path that I always chose. It has the best rewards. So if you want the top rewards and you have the champions to do it, you want to take E every time. But you don't have to. Try E. If that's not your cup of tea, if it's too difficult, then take it down a notch. I don't know what the rewards are for the easier difficulties, but this is a pretty simple challenge. You're only going to have to fight at most 2, actually 3. If you have an ambush, you'll have to fight Vulture. Then you fight the boss. After the boss, you fight an Iceman who is so small and weak, anyone can take him down. You can take him down with your 2 stars. So that's the challenge. So let's get into it. And I start out with my first run. And one of the things that I messed up is I did not check the nodes going in here. So all of these things that I'm telling you, I learned the hard way because I didn't check the node, and it didn't go so well for me because of that. I wasn't sure what to expect. I went in there blind. So don't do what I did, and hopefully you watch this video so you already know what to expect. So first up, we've got Cable. We didn't get an ambush. Now remember, this is my first time in here, and I didn't check the node. So I'm sitting here, I'm like, okay, well, I know how to fight Cable. Not a big deal. And then I was like, wait a minute. He was immune. And I was like, oh man, it's stun immune. And I'm not the best fighting stun immune. Now look at the damage that Hyperion was able to do. But here's the problem. Cable's special 1, even if you block all of it, you still take a lot of block damage. So I try to push him to his L2 as much as possible. while watching for his heavy attack, because his heavy attack is probably the most dangerous attack that he has. So you see there, I was able to intercept a little bit, and so now I'm like, okay, this shouldn't be too bad. But you see all that block damage that I'm taking, but he's taking a lot of incinerate damage. So I'm like, okay, I got this. This is not too bad here. And then I just start getting hit. I'm not sure. I probably let off my block. Maybe I relaxed a little bit too much, what have you. But that dropped my health dangerously low. And then you saw there, I mistimed that and then got caught with a heavy. No excuses, just poor playing. Went in cocky and was like, yeah, I got this, and got dealt with. So now you see that I'm actually looking at the node, because I'm like, okay, what in the world is going on? So that's when I actually looked at the node, saw what I was dealing with, and I'm like, okay, now keep in mind, I've only died one time, and I've got 4 other champions. So I'm like, okay, well, this shouldn't be too bad. The only thing that I want to do is get this done as quickly as possible. So the more I die, the longer this is going to take. And remember, this is my first run, and I've got 17 more after this one to go through. And what I'm wanting to get from all of this really are 5-star shards. And that seems to be the most common, which is great, because that's what I wanted. I did this before I did my last crystal opening. I was about 3,000 shards short, and so I decided to go through this, hoping to get 3,000 so that I could open up a 3rd crystal, which I was able to do. Alright, so we got that boss down. Not too bad. And this is the Iceman I was telling you about. You see, he's just a 2-star. So I wasn't kidding. 2 stars take him down. Your 1-star could take him down. Not hard at all. Not even sure why they even bother. Maybe just for prosperity's sake. You know, chill challenge, so you gotta have Iceman there, you know. But down he goes. And in a moment we'll see what my first rewards were. Alright, 250 5-star shards, which I was perfectly fine with. Alright, so now you find the first ambush. This is my next run. That's the first ambush with Vulture. Now, the thing about Vulture is that you can't incinerate him. So all of that extra incinerate damage means nothing when you get ambushed by Vulture. So I'm pretty sure Vulture is the only ambush, because he's the one that would be annoying. But not too terrible. If you know how to fight Vulture, this one is no different. Just go ahead and fight him. And as you can see, he is not stun immune. The stun immune, all that, is only for the boss. So this is just a little bit of a stacked Vulture, but pretty easy to take down. And after this fight, you're going to see my first encounter with a stun immune Nightcrawler. And that can be very fun, especially if you're not able to switch him. And I don't know when they did this, but it used to be that it was easy to switch him. If you could get him to block, you would just hit into his block, and you just had to time it, because if you did a full 5-hit combo, it would switch him, but then he would hit you. So you had to try to time it so that, you know, you did a 1, 2, and you just slowly did that, and you switched him. But I don't remember when the update was, but I remember when it happened. He has a high chance to evade out of that when you're hitting into his block. So very difficult. And later on, we were, I found out about the little trick to getting him to switch, which is not just him, it applies to everyone. But you see there, was able to get him to switch, so now it's really easy. Now he is the easiest to fight. You can bait out his special 1 or his special 2, very easy. I'm taking him with Hyperion here. The incinerate damage, as you can see, is crazy. And that's pretty much it. Now, I left this in here because I wanted you to see my first encounter with Nightcrawler and how well I did. Then, you're going to see what happened the next time I encountered Nightcrawler and I was not able to get him to switch. That fight was quick and ugly. So, coming to the end of this one here, as I said, I'm just baiting out his specials and spamming that L1. Really, that is your best bet. That L1, because of the highly flammable boost, is going to be your best. Alright, so now, next up, we've got some fun. So here's the next time I encountered him. Now he's crazy aggro, okay? See, he dodges back, but you see he didn't hold his block? See, I'm trying to switch him, and he's not, and he got me in the corner, and I try to hit him, boom, and he's just on me. Nothing. Boom. And I'm gone. That's it. Fight's over. It is over. Just that quickly. Alright, so enjoy the rest of the video. You're going to just see a series of fights for each of the different bosses, and then at the end I'll talk about the summary and my thoughts on this challenge.
Okay. You've made a mistake saying I cannot run this race. It's playtime, I'm gonna crush your face. This is not a face. Hey guys, I know you feel that bass. Roll with that until you see my face. Rising from a thick layer of fog at midnight. There's a time and a place to kill it. I spill it, leak documents from a flaming tongue. Rappers acting so saintly when not long ago you were baking, cuz. And now they catch the aroma, wonder what the kid is baking up. Add a little secret ingredient they're needing is something for waking up. My flow was caffeine and I'm the black king of spades. Among smaller cards and that scream you hear is mad heat. I am the daddy of cracking the bones of the flashiest chic. No given. As I grow up in a robust prison, everything I think I need is already given. For some reason I am hardly living. Physical needs are what can't be controlled. Give a kid candy, take away his soul. Can't tell the difference between hot and cold. My senses are dimmed and I'm sold. But as the credits start to roll, I wake up and I miss the movie. The people around me are swarming like they just saw something that's dooming. Now they're telling me that I miss a lot and I gotta go back and see it. Yet everyone who was watching came at that with a crooked demeanor. These subtleties and half-truths are running my country at large. Shipping this garbage by every ocean, I'm about to sink the barge. How for famine and money, get rid of those and we have no country. What happened to thinking people love me? These relationships feel so ugly. It's like we're speaking on the surface, but something sounds scripted about all the verbiage. Like everything we think came from another person and we didn't take time to think if it's worth it. To act as a service to only a few human perspectives. Now we got humanity's section by politics, culture, religion, perspective. None of us have accurate depth perception. It's been messed with and I feel headless. No wonder I'm trying to convert that dude in the uniform to a dead bitch. Get this, my head is full of death cause it's a dead shit full of phantoms and redness on the walls from bloodshed. No angels left in heaven and in turn I'm the one they sent in. Close your eyes and get in. This is one hell of a head trip. Most isolated, now watch that echo. I'm isolated everywhere like presto. I don't really know how to keep a friend. Something that they don't get though. And that sparks my Roscoe. Now I'm f***ing with all your heads, yo. With a scope rooftop and I'm bent low. Between heaven and ghetto. It appears that I'm on top now. Figured out there's layers to this. Apply to the cycle now I can keep riding vibrant fineness when I pipe these hits. And I like this shit. Feels good expelling this energy. Anyone who comes that way looking for trouble is immediately gonna be sent to me. Something like a silent undertaker. I don't really need to do too much. Just sit here with the mirror to your face till you either decide to wake up or lose touch. I didn't come to make the choice for you. Fuck off if you choose not to make it. Excuse my hatred, I try not to say this. Just leave it for now and then use it verbatim. Try mates tell me stay up. I extend the same love to the same ones. When a world made us filled with fake ones, settled in lakefronts trying to shake up the whole scene. They lean on the things for the beams and the TV screens, latching on every single get-rich scheme. That's not the dream and they're taking yours free. Hey Spike, why the f*** you gotta go there? We bump your music when we're drinking and we kick it. Friends and family, drinking liquor, good spirits. A lot of people I know don't wanna hear this. You're really asking for it, sonny. I really don't wanna do it. You insist on doubting everything I say and challenging the movement. Then the troops are called in. I was going easy on them, now I'm all in. Think you're strong enough? Then take us all then. Put a mask over the Sultan. Somewhere dark we assault him. Kill the king, kill the prince, kill them all then. Open the doors to the children of the fallen. An army of dictators couldn't match my space invaders. Take them in the trachea, if not mindful of what they're saying. And I'm not playing, I know it sounds pretending. I might be quite pretentious, here's some knowledge I'm lending. My name withholds a legend of a king losing his head in. That's my definition of he who had descended.
Breaking news. The following message is requested by the state of Modern Talk. There has been an outburst of a deadly infection. I repeat, an outbreak of a highly contagious virus. Sent from the station's emergency alert system. We have been told the outbreak was caused by two men who have killed and eaten the body of the deceased. If you have been in contact with one of these men, please seek immediate help as you might be infected.
Alright, so you can see my total rewards here for doing 18 runs of this chill challenge. I got a total of 3,250 5-star shards, which was more than enough, barely, for me to get that third 5-star crystal. I got a total of 2,000 tier 5 basic shards, which is very nice. And I got a total of 3,000 tier 2 alpha shards, also very nice. Now, I personally think this was well worth it, and I would recommend everyone to go ahead and do these challenges. You can actually do the epic path with 550s. Now, granted, depending on skill level, but it is doable with 550s. Now, if you get in there and you're not able to get them down, and of course you have that constant cold doing damage to you, you still have 5 tries, and it's only one boss and a possible ambush. So definitely doable, definitely worth it. But that's going to do it. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you found it informative and helpful. Click like, subscribe, leave a comment, let me know what you thought about this video. If you did decide to go ahead and do this challenge, let me know in a comment how you did. And you guys have a blessed day.